Are you seriously considering a 2024 Tesla Model 3 or a 2024 Tesla Model Y? Maybe you know next to nothing about Tesla vehicles, but you want to buy it like you know exactly what you're doing, or it's been a while since your last Tesla purchase and you just want that boost of confidence on what to do next. Well folks, it sounds like you found the right video if you want to know how to maximize your purchasing experience. Now you may be thinking, well, what do you mean by that, Adam? Well, to me, that means you're able or you're comfortable in making the informed decision on things like knowing whether to go ahead with a rear-wheel drive or a long-range configuration, when and where to find discounted Teslas, how to accelerate delivery to just days, and what to do on delivery day and what you should expect on the day. Or maybe, just maybe, you want a little insight into Tesla's buying process, which can seem dauntingly different to your usual car buying process. After all, buying a car for years to come over the internet seems a little too easy when you're used to spending hours at the dealership signing paperwork. But rest assured, I produced this video so you know the ins and outs on mastering a Tesla purchase so you can do so with full confidence and helping to manage your expectations ahead of delivery. So whoever you are, this is my quick no faff take on everything you need to know before buying a 2024 Tesla Model Y or the refreshed Tesla Model 3. And if you like the sound of that, please can you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Right, let's get into the deets. First up, are you serious about buying a Tesla but have no clue where to start? Well, you should start by considering your everyday needs and then your extreme driving circumstances. So how far do you travel in your typical day-to-day and how often do you complete a round trip of over 300 miles? Would a sedan style boot put you off, and is the hatchback boot size a must-have for you? How many kids do you have and how old are they? And at the very least, you should definitely know the answers to the last two. All these bite-sized questions will help you determine which Tesla model may be more suited to you and your lifestyle. And at the end of the day, only you truly know what your requirements are. And what I mean by that is that the Tesla Model 3 is a sedan style car, so it does have that lower ride height, so it is a bit more of a sporty drive compared to the Model Y. It has a sedan style boot, so the opening is wide and the boot space is deep, but on the other hand, the Model Y, it is less sporty because it sits that a little bit higher than the Model 3. But you also gain more passenger space in the rear, as well as the massive boot or the rear trunk opening. So quickly summarizing both models, the Model 3 is going to be more efficient and it has a better range and it offers a more sporty-like style to drive. But can it support family life? Yes, I've had 2 baby seats and the pushchair plus everything else that comes with kids, but ultimately the Model Y will be the more practical choice for families, or if you need that higher ride height or even just the storage space to haul items. However, the sacrifice for the size advantage is going to be range. For day-to-day, most users in the US travel just over 30 miles a day, so typically that shouldn't hold back most users at all. So what's next, Adam? Once you've narrowed down the right Tesla for you, you now need to consider which variant is right for you. So do you go with the rear-wheel drive version, the long range, or the performance? Each variant comes with some kind of advantage, which then dictates that higher ticket price as a result. But keeping things super simple, the rear-wheel drive model offers reasonable acceleration, a super user-friendly battery that will see less range drop over many years of ownership, and they're the cheapest to buy. The traction control, even in the rear-wheel drive Tesla EVs, are truly awesome. I've really felt the car step in just once, and I'm talking about traction control here, prior to having my rear tyres replaced, and I can honestly say that you will feel totally at home driving just a rear-wheel drive Tesla. So why would you want to then opt for the long range or the performance variants? 3 major reasons and 1 bonus one. This is a larger range, faster acceleration, quicker charging speeds, and dual motors for an all-wheel drive experience. Performance models generally sacrifice a smidge of range for even faster acceleration though. And the new Model 3 Performance does also gain some pretty tasty bucket seats for added comfort, otherwise all matters remain. The bonus feature is premium audio over the rear-wheel drive configurations, particularly with the Model 3 that sticks with immersive audio, which is good but it lacks bass. In North American markets, this will also be true for the Model Y rear-wheel drive. However, in the UK and Europe, we do have premium audio in that rear-wheel drive Tesla Model Y. Therefore, what does this all mean? Well, if you do 300 miles round trips frequently and you know you'll be relying on the supercharger infrastructure frequently, then the larger range and more quicker charging speeds may well warrant that price tag for you. And if you live in wintry conditions, the same can pretty much be said about the all-wheel drive for a greater traction experience. But the performance, the benefit really is on the tin, so only you can determine which one is going to be more suited for your needs. However, and a big however, if you're still undecided which Tesla model best suits you, you should really see my full video dedicated to this entire topic. Honestly, this was actually one of my favorite videos that I've ever created, as I actually help you bring the comparisons to life for your own unique circumstances. And how I do that is primarily by simulating long road trips, but also break down the additional features to help you truly determine which Model 3 will be of greater value to you. The same methods can also be applied to the new rear-wheel drive Model Y and the Model Y Long Range 2. Point number 3 is a must-know for any future Tesla owner, and that is knowing the quickest way from pushing buy to pushing the throttle for your Tesla. How do you speed up the delivery, or more appropriately, what's the quickest way to buy? And you can simply order via the inventory tab, or to me, it's the faster delivery tab, and not via the custom configuration page that you may be familiar with. And most of these are either brand new Teslas or either in transit or already sitting in the forecourt ready for collection. So whilst you do sacrifice the ability to incorporate your own optional extras, you instead actually gain the ability of a super quick turnaround. And on occasion, you may actually find your dream spec anyway. The only problem is that you may encounter is that it is limited availability. So these cars can get snapped up before your very eyes, so you really can't afford to divert and delay. Therefore, my advice would be, if you are serious about owning a Tesla, just secure the vehicle before someone else does to prevent disappointment. The next point kind of builds on my previous point. You can actually use the inventory to also find discounted Teslas, and most of the time this won't be the case. Tesla has moved away from discounts. However, that said, every now and then towards the end of a quarter, you may actually be in luck if you want to save a few thousand bob, and that means money here in the UK. What I mean by this is chances are that these are brand new or demo cars on the forecourt ready for purchase. Tesla wants them sold quickly, and so to encourage that sale, a small discount has been applied, and that's going to be a big win for those savvy buyers out there. Usually the discount, however small it may be, will be those vehicles with optional extras on too. In addition to that, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the best value Teslas are on the used section of the inventory tab. For example, here in the UK, I can buy a Tesla Model 3 for £18,500 and get enhanced for autopilot plus a bonus additional year of used warranty from Tesla Direct. Therefore, even if you think new Teslas are still too expensive, or even if you're just seeking value for money, used Teslas definitely are a gem when it comes to value for money. Point number 5 is a reality check that you didn't actually know you needed. If you are fully committed to buying a Tesla, but you're holding off from buying a new Tesla Model 3 or Y off the back of a rumored feature or a total refresh, you may live to regret it, because there really is never a best time to buy a Tesla. And what I mean by that is Tesla makes changes to their vehicles almost monthly. So you can either gain features at no extra cost, or you can actually lose features at extra cost. Anyone remember the lack of stalks on the new Model 3? That seemed to cause quite the stir. Therefore, there are advantages and disadvantages to these persistent model changes, but generally it's primarily for a constant evolution of the product to be the best it can be, either from a cost perspective or from the value for money position. Whereas conventionally, automakers, they just do one big sweep of changes after a 3-year period, but not Tesla. Ultimately, this may work in your favour, like the addition of new parts such as the heated steering wheel, or it may work against you, like losing passenger lumbar support, which has happened before. The moral of the story is that there is never a right time to buy, and there is always an evolution of the product just over a few months. But you do have the benefit of software updates that will and does add new features over time. My 3-year-old Model 3 continues to get some of the latest features via these free updates, so if you delay a purchase based on a rumour, you could actually risk losing a feature or paying more, because finance deals, they do expire. Point number 6, reviewing your charging options. Ideally, you really want the ability to charge from home, even if it's from your typical home socket, and it will be a major convenience for you if you can. But the biggest gains will be had when you have a dedicated 7.6 kilowatt home charger, And why is that, Adam? Well, not only will it charge around 3 times faster per hour, but you can maximise home EV charging tariffs for super cheap mileage and super flexible charging options. By cheap, I'm talking about 2p a mile driving. And I'll pop a more detailed video on the screen for you now. It will go through my tariff of choice in 2024 for those in the UK. For those worldwide, you should be able to find a similar EV tariff wherever you live, and that is going to allow for cheaper charging during non-peak times. When it comes to phone apps, before you pick up your car, or to help satisfy your anticipated range anxiety, start by downloading these 2 must-have apps. The first being ZapMap, which to me is like a Google of dedicated EV chargers, so you can find free or paid charging stations, handy for anyone who doesn't have home charging or visiting a new area for a period of time. So for example, I'm thinking of staycations here. The second app I think you'll all want is a better route planner. And if you've seen my rear-wheel drive versus long-range video or my most recent road trip to Whitby, you will have seen my own demonstration of this app and how valuable it is to have downloaded on your phone. I can simulate a road trip in second, even with waypoints. Funny story about all of this, I was once told that I needed military style experience to plan EV road trips. And yeah, spoiler alert, the most military-like experience that I've had was playing Call of Duty. But on a serious note, I've not been paid anything to promote these apps. This is a personal recommendation, and if you watched my road trip video mentioned earlier, you can see that I generally do use these apps and they're free, which is a bonus, I guess. Therefore, these apps are crucial to helping you overcome any sort of initial fears that you have around range or charging anxiety. They're really designed to take the stress out of the situation until you at least have full confidence relying on the built-in Tesla predictions via the sat-nav. No military planning is required. Who would have guessed that? Tip number 8 is to help alleviate the time lag to collection. You may want to actually start purchasing some accessories, and this just makes it a bit more of a reality until the car is in your possession. If you're interested in what accessories that I have and own for my Tesla Model 3, I do have a kit list in the video description that lists almost everything that I own together with some affiliated Amazon links. Take a look and get some inspiration for what you might like the look of. Personal favourite of mine is these black wheel covers, as it gives my Tesla some individuality and that it offers some curb rash protection. And I just wish that these covers were around when I first acquired my Tesla Model 3 just to protect them rims from day one. Final tip before concluding the video is the night before collection, get hold of the latest Model 3 or Model Y collection checklists from the internet. They're updated frequently. Apart from appreciating the looks of your new car, this will just help you keep on track of reviewing all the parts of the vehicle, including items that you may not have considered checking before, such as checking if FSD has been activated when it was included on your order, and these checklists will literally help you identify and highlight potential issues before leaving that forecourt. Potentially that's just going to save your future self some stress. After the boring tick box exercise is done, don't forget to just enjoy the moment too. It's not about checking for panel gaps and faulty workmanship, it's about appreciating your first Tesla car and maybe even your first EV, and chances are you've actually just made your first transition away from your conventional petrol or diesel car, and that's going to be quite a monumental change in a way. So to conclude, I hope this video will help you get the most out of your Tesla Model 3 or Model Y purchase. Did I answer everything? Did I miss anything obvious? And do you have a strange and unique question for me? If you do, get it in the comments below. I won't bite, I promise. I can't guarantee I won't embarrass myself, but I can help answer that question though. If any existing owners have any other tips, appreciate it if you could just let everyone know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, share the video with any friends or any group that may find it beneficial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.